Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're feeling good today. I know I am, and I have something special in store for you today. So, first and foremost, I have to do this right away, otherwise I might not do it at all. So, the global pre-registration for Marvel Future Revolution is now available to everybody. So go, well, if you're at all interested in actually playing the game, go and pre-register. I have this page up here because this is how I actually had to do it. I couldn't access it through, so I have an iPhone, and I couldn't access it through the regular App Store. If you have Android, so Google Play Store, it might be easier accessible there for you. But this is just what I had to do in order to actually pre-register. So if you're having trouble with it, you can go on and check out this page. I tweeted this page, so and the link to my Twitter is actually in the description. So I plan on doing a detailed video about this game and what to expect, because I think it's going to change mobile gaming as we know it. Now down here, they're actually talking about, so later today, it's gonna be some time from now. They're gonna be doing a media showcase of this game. They're doing it in South Korea, in Seoul, at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's something to look forward to. It might be better for me to actually do the video after some more information comes out, but man, it's looking hot and spicy, and I actually cannot wait. So yeah, go on and pre-register. I think you get a costume, right? You get basically a uniform. And I've gathered a bit of information on the game that might be pretty helpful for anybody who's actually looking to play it. Alrighty then. So what we're going to be doing today, guys, is we're going to be going into World Boss Legend. We're going to be going into Knull, and we're going to be testing out some different team ups here, because I was saying that I think a lot of people are actually playing these stages here using Mal Hero. So from 20 to 24, you can use these teams. You might even be ahead, but you still want to play. A lot of times, like, you want to play the highest stage you possibly can without giving yourself too much trouble, right? So I think a lot of players are actually here, but this isn't limited to just here, right? Because these teams, right? Say you're not even past 10. These teams they're going to give you some insight on what to expect, not just from the teams in general, but from the individual characters as well. Because basically, for all the characters I'm going to be using here, I'll tell you this much: any character that's worth their salt, I have a pretty good build on them. I'd say, typically like 12 Odin's Blessings. I have a Mighty CTP if one's available to them, and so this way you can get an idea of, it's going to help you out whether or not you actually want to build a character. Give them Odin's Blessings, because if they're going to be able to help you out at all. So we're going to be taking in, I think, I want to say about 5 teams. If we have more time, maybe 6, because we're just going to be doing the quick and dirty here. That usually gives us a good amount of information. Some characters do struggle after you get past, the 30 bar phase, but like Cable, I struggled with him for a long time after 30 bars, and then I just had more practice, and now I can after 30 bars, it's easy peasy, no problem at all. There's just certain things you want to do with certain characters, right? You want to move to the edge of the map if they have a skill that you kind of need the boss to be in a certain place, or characters of the Black Order, right? You want to move to the edge of the map a lot of times because when you hit their 6, they tend to step back. So certain things like that, right? It just, as you play with them, you gain this information, and then you just become better with them. So at least 5 teams we're going to be taking in. So let's get started here. Alrighty, so first off, we're going to take Ray Bill and Thor team up. I feel like this used to be a go-to for clearing any content. Now, let's see if they can hang with the big boys, hang with the newer characters, and I'm giving them a support as well. And these are the supports that we're going to be giving every single team. It's just going to be Ancient One with 2 Ignore Dodge Strikers. So let's see. Yeah, my music is going to cut out. I was told that to delete the game and then re-download it, it's just kind of a pain, and I really don't want to do it. I'll have to do it though. Alrighty, here we go. Running this again. I'm going to drop down to stage 21 here. And I just think it's going to allow it to go just a little bit faster. It's not going to make that much of a difference, from 23 to 21. Okay, and Godzillanator can't even hit the buttons. Come on, dude, what are you doing, man? It happens, right? Don't let me down, Ray Bill. There we go, hitting all the buttons there. That's what you want to do. Okay. You know, I always like the, you know, the swapping method. Yeah, and he has a, man, it just felt like no damage. You know, we're gonna wait. And then we're gonna hit the tier 3 here. We're gonna try to get through this rather quickly. You know, I feel like there's a number of ways you can try to do this to get through it. And Beta Ray Bill, I think it's beneficial actually. Okay, his beatdown didn't go off, but he still has his accumulation up. We get him down here. Okay, that's actually not bad at all. Not bad at all. So 4 is about 404 for the Beta Ray Bill Thor team up. Now let's bring in our next contestant. I'm going to show you like basically all the best teams that I found because I was playing around with this a little bit. So let's get going. Oh, and by the way, you can always introduce another, you know, awakened character like the previous team, Beta Ray Bill Thor and Cyclops. You could introduce like Gambit, right? And, you know, that could add some value to that team up there. Just, you know, pop 2 awakened skills and then Thor in, doing something like that, depending on, you know, maybe you don't have Cyclops' other uniform, or maybe you don't have him tier 3. But this is the next team here. Now, with this, for my account in particular, because I have a brilliant energy on Cable, if I did something like this here, this would probably be better, just doing the quick and dirty. But after the 30 bars, I feel like it's always beneficial, right? And I have to imagine that not everybody has a brilliant energy on their Cable. Even with a regular energy, he's still gonna be very, very good. But having Gambit for the last 30 bars, I feel like is really beneficial. You know, Gambit, because he can move around on his 5th, it's very easy to target and attack during, you know, some inopportune times that you might not be able to attack with other characters. So basically, I'm just going to be using Cable here. Where's your no purple? Oh. That's awesome. Well, I guess it's good. It's good and bad. But I mean, Cable is just a monster. I'm going to try to keep him in. Yeah, even if he gets trapped up, whatever. I'm going to keep him in here. I'm not even going to swap Gambit in. I just feel like it's still going to be faster, and it's going to be better to just do things this way here. Okay, let's see. Deathlock, get off the field, man. No flags here. All right, cool. Nice, nice. And so dealing with the wonkers there, if you go into his tier 3, now it does less damage. If if I did, 3, 4, 2, 5, tier 3, if I did that, it would do less damage, but, you have more protection because you're in a full iframe. But here we go. 422 for Cable. It's basically Cable solo. If I gave him Cyclops support, it would obviously be a little bit faster. It's only on his hero uniform, it's only adding 15% energy attack. So it's not that much where, like, it's not like a Raven or a Valkyrie. Valkyrie support is amazing, right? Plus you have the ignore dodge on top of it, on top of the increased damage. But that's fast. That is fast. Can anybody top that? I have a feeling that there might be some teams that actually can top that. So let's rock and roll. Alrighty, next up, this is a hard-hidden team, I'll tell you that much. Now, I have to imagine not everybody has Thing Awakened, and a lot of people might not even have Mr. Fantastic, right? And the good thing about Mr. Fantastic is you could swap between his Maker uniform and his Mr. Fantastic uniform. But here we go. Let's rock and roll with this. I do have 2 other teams that do include Torch, because Torch is very, very strong. This is the only downside is his damage falls off when you're not using his Awakened skill. So using him, combo with another character could be a very, very nice thing to do. All right, let's rock and roll here. Yeah, we're gonna bring this guy out first and foremost, and I mean, look at those bars fly, man. Yeah, good deal. Triggering both. Okay, his proc's probably gonna trigger, or we're at least gonna get trapped up because of the residual fire damage, right? The tornado that likes to just spin endlessly. I mean, that thing just goes on forever, doesn't it? It's pretty outstanding. It's actually not very good. You know what? Okay, don't activate the proc, please. All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go 5 first, and then I'm going to go, because it doesn't matter at this point where he was at. Man, it's like the same exact time as Cable. It's like the same exact time. But Cable has a brilliant, though. That's fast, dude. That is very, very fast. All right, who do we got next? Alrighty, here we go. Next up, we have Doctor Strange, lead. Ray's offering 30% energy attack plus 20% ignore dodge, which is very nice for Knull. And then we have Torch and Ghost Rider, right? Because like I said, I have to imagine not everybody has Thing, support, or Mr. Fantastic lead. Alrighty, here we go. Running this again here. We had some mishaps. And we gotta at least have a nicely flowing run for each of them, right? On the same playing ground is what I like to call it there. Alright, very nice, very nice. What is going on? Why are you... What? I don't understand what happened there, but... It's okay. I'm gonna try to hit this. Okay, so we don't have his... we're gonna go into his regular rotation. It might have been wise to actually wait for his, to wait for his 6 here. Okay, there we go. Boom. So 418, 417 for, that's only a few seconds behind Maker, Mr. Fantastic lead, Thing, and then just Human Torch himself. There you have two characters, right? You have Ghost Rider and Torch. It allows you I feel like a little more flexibility. Honestly, when I was playing around with this, when I was running these teams, this team and then the Maker, Thing, Torch team, they were clocking in at about the same time. So, you could give that up to, Ghost Rider just getting trapped up there for a second, or Prox or whatever. But I feel like they're on pretty even and level playing ground there. Alrighty, you know what? I'm actually quite curious about this one. Initially I was not going to do this team, but you know what? Let's go on. So this is Mr. Fantastic lead, Torch, and then Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider isn't getting... Right, he's not taking advantage of the lead there, but let's see how this team actually does. Okay, dude, the wrong firehead again. My goodness, come on, man. All right, I gotta put. Okay, no, that's fine. I just gotta make sure. Typically, the character that I'm swapping to, I always put them in the spot to the right because it's the furthest spot down. But I'm just a knucklehead and keep hitting the wrong firehead there. I guess that's one of the tragedies. Okay, so obviously not getting down as far with not having Thing on the team. Okay, yeah, we definitely don't have time to wait there for that. I feel like going up to a higher stage, it would probably make more of a difference there. So this definitely doesn't seem like it's going to be just... It's actually faster. I don't know how that was faster. That really doesn't make a lot of sense. Well, I do know why, because Torch is getting buffed a little bit more, as that's just how it worked out. So hey, you make your own conclusion there. Alrighty, so here's an oddball team, and I thought, we have to include Vision and we have to include Moon Knight in this, right? Let's see if Moon Knight still has it. We have Torch, obviously, so let's see what they got. Now, obviously, the combinations are endless here, right? We have, 8 different characters. We could do so many different things. I could give Star-Lord lead to Torch and Gambit. That's a team up I could do as well. But let's see what they have. That actually, it probably isn't a bad one. Star-Lord lead, Torch, and Gambit, depending on how you have either one of them built up here. All right, and then we like to try to use the Awaken characters, right, back to back here. It actually wasn't like completely the correct rotation for Vision, but I think it wound up to be about the same. I think if you swap the 3 and the 4, it doesn't really matter all that much as long as the proc lands on 2. But it seems to be about the same, right? You could use this team up here. Yo, check it out. Just a sneaky bandit coming at you hot. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pop all these chests. I know you guys like to see it. Got a couple booty boxes in here. Hopefully we get something good. Hopefully, yeah, that's one of them. And it's, I don't know. That might be like the worst thing you can get now, right? Phoenix feathers are actually pretty good. Mutant materials are good. Okay, was that 74? That's not too shabby. I'll totally take that. 74 TCP. And we have 200 Kid Omega bias. Oh, got a fully awakened ISO. I'll take that. I will take that because I totally need them. What is it? Physical attack HP. Listen, you can't. I don't even have to roll that thing, man. That is a beautiful thing. I totally take that. Oh, speaking of fully awakened ISO and other things such as that, I have a lot of these chests here, and I'm gonna try to play like all these stages tonight. I'm gonna try to play them all, and I'll have about maybe 40 when I do it. And guess what's in here? CTPs. I haven't popped this chest in a long time. I never even used to play this at all until recently. Now I try to get it where I'm getting like one puzzle piece per deal, per piece. So like, total of 9. I don't play like every single one of them. What I have here, 23 here. This one, man, I've been getting bamboozled here, guys. Because of this first stage here, right? Because of this first stage, what I'll do is I'll play this level, and if I don't get the piece, I won't play the other two. Just for the sake of time, because if I don't have that, I only can combine if I have all the pieces. I suppose, depending on maybe next month, for like this stage here, it's going to have a character, 2 characters that I don't have, and I'm frequently not getting the piece there. That's a way you can actually think about it, or the synergy. You keep getting synergy on the other 2, but not that one, and it balances itself out in a way like that. But I don't have a whole lot of time to play this, so that's just the way I do it. But I'm going to be popping these very soon for you guys. I think once I get 40, which will be in the next couple days, we're going to see if we get some CTPs. All right, Sneaky Bandit out. Enjoy your broadcast. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. So for the sake of the length of the video, I'm not going to run any more team-ups, but I wanted to show you that you have options here. You definitely have options. Now, it seems like Torch is the strongest, right? Like, if you have Torch on the team, it's definitely going to speed up that time. Cable's a strong one. You could probably swap, like, Moon Knight for Ghost Rider here, or you could swap them for Gambit here, if you have Vision built, and depending on how much Pierce do you have on cards, and if you have a Rage on them or an Energy is going to be best for the guy if you have high Pierce, but it can be difficult to keep proc. So having other characters there, right, maybe 2 Awakened characters or him and Ghost Rider, you don't have to depend as much on his proc actually working every time. I feel like it's easier, like if you swap them in, do a rotation, then swap them back in. I feel like it's easier to actually keep the proc at that point, right? You'll have the tier 3 charged up at a different point where you actually have to maybe like hit less skills, if you catch my drift there. So guys, let me know what you think. Let me know if there are any other team ups. I mean, we could revisit this, right? We could revisit this at, maybe like different stage requirements. We can go up to like just all female here, and we could play around with some different things here, because now, we have Proxima and Supergiant. But there's a lot of strong characters in this category here, right? Proxima, Supergiant, Moonstone, Rogue, Sharon Rogers, Scarlet Witch now with her new uniform, especially if you have a Judgment on her. But Rage seems to be very, very good for ABX. As the evidence shows, as more people run, right, and we collect more information, it seems like Rage is even going to outperform a very nicely rolled Mighty Judgment. That seems to be the conclusion there. So if you care more about ABX and you don't necessarily need Scarlet Witch for World Boss Legend, you can go ahead and put a Rage on her, unless you have a Brilliant Judgment that you actually want to put on her. I'm actually considering taking the Brilliant Judgment that I have on Scarlet Witch, because it's a pretty nice little, right? It's got the highest proc, it has the type, it's the lowest type, but still definitely not touching that thing after rolling 40 CTPs trying to get a decent roll. As a matter of fact, I went ahead and I rolled Apocalypse's Brilliant again, and I recorded it. I think I might have used maybe 10 CTPs total. I think it might have been less in total, as a matter of fact. And I landed on this roll, and I said, you know what? I'm keeping it. I'm not even going any further. I'm not testing my luck, because that's what I did last time. And that's basically where it landed. Oh, and by the way, talking about CTPs, I have to announce the winner. I have a screenshot collected. Maybe in one of the next videos, I'm going to announce the winner of who guessed the right amount of CTPs. I'm going to end it here. But before I let you go, real quick, on the Mighty Transcendence. Now, that seemed to cause a lot of commotion. A lot of people really want to know how this thing is going to perform, and there's been a lot of suggestions on characters who to test it on, right, for PvE as well. Like I said, I don't think you're really going to gain all that much out of PvE. You could probably have some value there, but keep leaving the suggestions on that, because there might be something I don't think about, you thought about, and I see it and I'm like, okay, that sounds like a good idea. That's usually how it works. So keep me posted on that. I'm going to be putting out that the Marvel Future Revolution video. Like I said, I'm going to try to do a little due diligence, do some homework, and bring you something decent and proper on that. So you better stay tuned. You stay breezy, but most of all, friend, you stay safe out there now. Peace.